How's everybody doing today? How are you holding up? There's a lot of heavy stuff happening right now, and the news is evolving really, really quickly. But I know somebody who's not having that great of a day. Senator Chuck Grassley from Iowa. 91-year-old Chuck Grassley is chair of the Senate Judiciary and a Republican. At a town hall in Fort Madison, Iowa. And again, I'm very partial to Iowa. I went to Grinnell College in Grinnell, Iowa. Iowa, which used to be purple when I went to college, Iowa was a purple state. It is now deeply, deeply red. And yet at Grassley's town hall.
The guy back from El Salvador. Why not?
Well, because that's not a power of Congress.
Supreme Court said to bring him back.
Yeah, but
President hasn't.
can they do?
He's defined the Constitution. Judiciary Committee.
Trump don't care.
If I get an order to pay a ticket for $1,200 and I just say no, does that stand up? Because he's got an order from the Supreme Court and he just said no.
Yeah. He just said, screw it.
The president of that country is not subject to our U.S. Supreme Court.
If Trump wanted to bring him back, I'm pissed.
Love that you can hear that elderly gentleman at the end saying, I'm pissed. Again, this is deeply Republican Iowa, and a number of the folks at that town hall were wearing red hats. You can hear in the video where they ask about bringing back Kilmar Abrego Garcia. You can hear a woman in the background saying, it's a concentration camp. Folks are saying the Supreme Court has ordered this, and Chuck Grassley's like, oh, there's nothing we can do. And someone shouts at him, you're the chair of the Judiciary Committee. Folks know how deeply wrong this is. This is an innocent man who has been illegally renditioned to a torture gulag in El Salvador. And Donald, the art of the deal Trump, who claims to be the world's best negotiator, cannot get this innocent man back from the little teeny tiny country of El Salvador. The great big president of the United States cannot get this job done. According to the Huffington Post, some of the things that the constituents said to Senator Grassley at this meeting. The framers of the Constitution said that every person, not citizen, every person within the jurisdiction of the United States has due process. We would like to know what you, as the Congress, who are supposed to rein in this dictator, what are you going to do? A man asked Grassley. Why won't you do your job, Senator? Another constituent said Trump's not obeying the Supreme Court. He just ignores them. You took an oath. I do solemnly swear and affirm. Do you remember that, sir? Added a man in a red cap. Will you act upon your oath? The due process violation and kidnapping of Abrego Garcia was not the only thing that folks were concerned about at this town hall. Attendees at the event also grilled Grassley over cuts Republicans are planning to make to Medicaid and federal food stamp assistance. Another constituent here quoted in the Huffington Post, I think the general population is sick and tired of hearing about the tax cuts for the wealthy. When you start nitpicking about whether some single mom or single dad or somebody with someone in prison is getting $70 too much food stamps, it doesn't even buy you anything at the grocery store, a woman told Grassley. Deeply red Iowa. Almost 800,000 Iowans are on Medicaid. That is more than 1 in 4. Hundreds of thousands of Iowans rely on SNAP. It's also worth noting that every state in the country is facing massive, massive cuts to their federal budget when it comes to food bank funding. Folks are losing the safety net of SNAP, and our food banks are not going to have enough food to feed them because Elon Musk and Donald Trump want to keep that money for themselves. Our taxpayer money. That's our taxpayer money that should be going to caring for the most needy and vulnerable in our communities. And instead, those folks will be going hungry, and Elon Musk and other billionaires will be pocketing our tax money. And Iowans are pissed about this. Iowans are upset. They see what is happening. They see the way that the Trump regime is destroying the fabric of American society and the American economy. The callousness, the cruelty of this regime. So this town hall didn't go as Chuck Grassley planned. And we need to be turning out in force at these town halls. You need to go let your electeds know exactly what you think about what they are doing. But Chuck Grassley said, oh, this isn't the job of Congress. We aren't doing anything. We don't have any power. So what do I mean when I say that you need to let your Republican electeds know exactly what they're doing and what you think of it? Every Republican in Congress could, at this moment, stop what Donald Trump is doing. Every Republican in Congress has the power to stop this nightmare for all of us. Constitutional mechanism is impeachment, conviction, and removal from office. Every Republican is abdicating their constitutional duty. They are betraying the American people and their oath of office by not immediately impeaching and removing the president. That is the check, that is the balance, and they are choosing not to exercise it. And that makes them complicit with every awful thing Trump is doing. They are collaborators with fascism. They are collaborators with Elon Musk and Donald Trump in the cruel, inhumane, callous actions of this regime. Every Republican is complicit because they could stop this nightmare right now, and they are choosing not to. You need to let them know that we understand what power they do have, and we understand that they are choosing not to exercise it. And that we will not forget that accountability is coming for them in the midterms and in the post-Trump era. Every Republican must face accountability for what they are allowing, they are facilitating right now in the U.S.